Hi, y'all. Thanks for joining me. This video is going to be about raptors, birds of prey. So why am I doing it here in the studio? Well, sometimes things don't go the way you plan. I had planned to go out yesterday to one of my favorite spots where I know that there are red-tailed hawks and there's an eagle that lives in that area. There's other birds that come through, and get some afternoon shots of the birds as they travel back and forth across the lake, and then some of the evening shots, some blue hour shots, and then hoping to wake up early this morning and get that golden hour as the sun is getting ready to rise. That was my plan. Didn't work. I went to set up my tent. I did a video on this tent. It was one of the Honda tents that goes on the back of my CRV. And it was hard putting up the first time, but okay. I was thinking that with time and effort, I would be able to figure it out and it wouldn't be as hard. Well, I was wrong. Trying to put it up this time was terrible. The wind was blowing just a little bit, not enough to really be bad, but the poles bent and snapped. The fabric where you run the poles through, it ripped, set it all up, and it looked awful. And I was actually afraid that in the middle of the night, with any wind coming, it would just fall in on me. So I took the thing down, threw it in the car. Well, that took 3 hours of my time that I'd planned to be taking bird shots. Then I was going to make a video of this blue heron that was just across a little cove in the lake. I got my gimbal on my tripod, put it all together. This gimbal, the one that I was so happy about, made by K&F. Now, I tell you, I like K&F concepts. I like their filter systems. I have them on all of my lenses, magnetic filters, great filters, no crossed hatching, no distortion in the ND filters. Very clear, very nice filters, and the magnetic system makes it so easy to snap on and off. So when I got this gimbal, I thought, well, this is by Kent Faith, and so it's got to be good. It worked on 2 trips, but last night, this knob, it stripped out, and so it can't be locked in. I only used it 3 times. Very disappointed. So, recommendations: don't get the Honda tent for CRVs. Go to another aftermarket tent. And I'm not sure that I can recommend this K&F Concepts gimbal. It's supposed to be the professional gimbal. Well, if that happens to you, it's not really reliable. So, all right. Still, I did get some amazing photos of the sunset. And then as the moon rose behind me, I got some photos of that. Got photos this morning as the moon was getting ready to set, illuminating a pathway through the lake. The deer were everywhere. There had to be 30, 40 deer. I thought of Bika as I was out there because she always likes to go deer hunting. Well, I don't do the deer hunting anymore, but I hunt with my camera. And I did get this picture of this young buck. I think he's about a 6-pointer. He just was curious about me and kept looking back over his shoulder to see what was I doing. Well, you might be able to tell, I enjoy nature photography and making nature videos. Birds fascinate me, small and large. One of the many beauties around my home, it's the red-tailed hawk. And here near my home, about every quarter mile or half mile down these old country roads, you will see one of these red-tailed hawks perching, looking for its food. But the hawks aren't the only birds of prey that live in this area. And over the next few minutes, I want to show you several of the different raptors that I've been able to see. And then at the end, I want to share my goal for next year Well, photography has changed me. It's caused me to slow down even more than backpacking. So I find myself looking around with a greater intention of what is there to see, what is there to share, to look for the details in nature, to see what stands out, what needs to be preserved in my memory. I want to take a moment to share that I have just received the first annual Wandering Monks calendar. Now, this calendar will have 12 of my favorite photos from 2024. And if you bought them through my site on Wirestock, the collection would cost you $60. I have these put together into a calendar, and the best price that I could get to do these calendars will come to you for $24.95 plus shipping and handling. If you're interested, shoot me a note. My email, I'll put it in the description below, but it's dan@wanderingmonkhikes.com. You can either pay by PayPal, or I will send you the calendar and you can send me a check, whichever way you want to do it. Let's get back to the video. I went out to spend the night along the banks of Elk City Lake. Sometimes I just need to get away. For me, these are soulful experiences. Recently, I saw a hawk flying over the edge of the lake. It was just soaring. It seemed to be enjoying the currents of the wind the same way that you might enjoy the streams of a river. Just floating along. I discovered that it wasn't a red-tailed hawk at all. It was a northern harrier. It was a great treat, and it sparked my curiosity for another elusive bird. That'll be next year's goal. This area is also home to my favorite raptor of all, the American bald eagle. I caught a glimpse of a bald eagle flying low over the lake in this video. Now, this eagle pair was sitting in a tree as I was driving home from my recent trip to Utah with Nicole and Tim, and they seemed to just want to pose for me. Now, photography can be costly, both in gear and in effort. There's early morning and late nights. There's rain and bright sunshine. There's cold and heat. And when you see a lovely photo, you may be unaware of all the effort that went behind to take that shot. But when I get home and I load the images on my computer, when the colors begin to pop, the awe returns to my memory when I first witnessed the scene. It makes it all worth it. Yes, photography's changed me. It's changed me for the better, and I hope that these images encourage you too. Thanks for joining me, and if you want to see more scenes in the year ahead, then if you haven't subscribed, like the video. It helps YouTube push it out to more people. Make your comments. I love to read and to respond to every comment that I get. And oh yeah, I want to tell you my goal for next year. I hope to track down and get images of various owls across Kansas. So in the year ahead, come with me and let's search for that night bird of prey. Also in July, I hope to go back with Nicole and Tim. This time, we're going to go to Grand Lakes, Colorado. And they promised me that I'd get to see a moose. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll like this one over here too. Be sure to check it out. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay on the path. God bless you.